and we're actually going to start hopping into the first match. Sephiroth, or as many people know them, Sensational versus Underdog. And something interesting about Underdog is Underdog lost to Rusky Nerd in winners really early, and then has made a loser's run since winners round 2, so 3 in a row to make it into this top 8.
And gotta give a shout out to Underdog's tag there. Very funny. But that being said, all that being said, exactly. If you take a look at that bracket, Underdog went into losers relatively early. Had to win 1, 2, 3 matches in losers just to get to this point after dropping out of winners really early. So you have to think that maybe exhaustion and just kind of burning out might be a factor here, because it is exhausting to make those losers runs when you're, you know, one mistake can be the last one you make in the tournament.
Yeah, and the other interesting half of this is seeing Sensational on the losers side. I think a lot of people would have had them as kind of one of the favorites coming into this tournament, but falling to Castelia in winners, the DDD, in somewhat dominant fashion. I think Seth definitely has something to prove in this losers match.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, falling to the DDD earlier, Castelia. That was I feel like Seth was definitely kind of kicking himself for that one. Definitely could have won, had opportunities to win, but you know what? Looking really good in this match right here, even though Snake Falcon is kind of tough just because Snake can build up that wall of grenades like we are seeing right now. Underdog doing a fantastic job of keeping Sephiroth out.
Yeah, and you were talking about Underdog getting exhausted from going on the big losers run. I think playing against one Snake is enough to get over 50% of players exhausted.
Yeah, honestly, it adds about 50 years to your life playing Snake. As they do get that back air. Underdog with a slight lead right now. And you know what? Snake with a lead is absolutely dangerous because now you have to adjust to their game. They no longer have to approach you. They no longer have to be the aggressor. And they can just pitch that tent with grenades and camp out exactly what Underdog is doing right now. And when you're a character like Falcon, you have to approach. This is where Snake is at his best.
Absolutely, and it can be so discouraging to play against the Snake who has the lead. If I had to give advice to anyone playing against Snake, it's you can trade with grenades as long as you take the stock first.
Oh, that's fantastic advice.
And then that starts going incredibly wrong if you don't take the stock first, because Snake, as we're seeing right now, he doesn't mind being at 150. He doesn't mind being at 180. As long as his own grenade doesn't kill him, he'll trade all day long and keep racking up percent on that next stock.
You know, Snake may look kind of skinny, but he is dummy thick, man. He is just absolutely heavy as hell. Very misleading. Obviously, most people know that, but like you said, he does not mind being at 154. Snake doesn't care about being at 154.
No.
Most characters in the game, if you have Snake at 154 and you're at that 90% range, I would honestly say, even though they have the higher percent, Snake might be in the lead in that scenario just because he's going to outlast most characters in the game, as we saw right there. Underdog taking that pretty convincingly over Sephiroth. That first stock was really close. They traded early. We're tied up at 2 stocks each, and from then on, it just really feels like Underdog just kind of just took Sephiroth by the throat and did not let go.
Sure. Another tricky part about this matchup is we saw things like, you know, the up air, double jump up air, falling up air knee against DDD.
Yep.
That was kind of keeping Seth in the game. That combo actually isn't 100% true. And because Snake's grenade is frame 1, if you go for the short hop up air into double jump up air, he can pull a grenade between that and you get nothing.
Yeah. That's another point I was going to bring up. That grenade is just such a good get out of jail free card for Snake in so many scenarios, and Snake does not mind taking that damage again because the character is just so heavy. A little bit of, you know what, another extra 8-10% every once in a while, I'm certain this Snake will definitely take that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing right now, you know, Underdog is doing a really good job of, you know, reversing these grenades, placing them, cooking them a little bit, and making sure that he never commits too much to Seth's approach options. And by doing that, you know, he's forcing Seth's hand into an unfavorable situation from the get-go. You know, he's not on even ground, even in neutral.
No, that excellent point. Even though like you said, even though the stocks are even right now, percentages are really even as well. I really feel like I almost called him by his tag, Underdog. I really feel like Underdog was in the lead, but you know what? Never mind. Seth taking that first and very important stock, and you know what? Now you have a little bit of breathing room.
Oh my gosh, right into the F smash, and you know, Seth kind of understanding Snake 101 there. you can take the grenade hit if the hit kills. And with the Falcon Kick, securing the kill, taking the grenade hit, that's definitely a favorable trade. And like we said, you can trade with grenade all day long as long as you take the stock first.
Yep.
And Seth, you know, kind of living by that right now.
Oh yeah, Seth ate a lot of damage.
Oh my god! And just catches the B reverse with an up smash. A little overzealous from Underdog.
Man, Falcon's up smash when it hits, because that move is kind of busted sometimes. When it hits properly, it is one of the most satisfying moves to watch in this game. It is just such a pretty move.
Dude, it is the most bad broken move of all time. Like, it's actually like, it's terrible and incredible at the same time.
It's like you don't expect it to hit you. When you expect it to hit you, it doesn't hit you, and then when you don't expect it, it actually does. Honestly, Falcon's just as much RNG as Hero is, if I'm being honest, with that up smash.
Ooh, a great wait from Underdog there, but Seth kind of, you know, weaving his way in and out, and this is a tough spot now. Underdog needs to play really clean and be careful about how many times he trades with his own grenade now, because he is such a deficit.
Yeah, and Snake at a deficit is the complete opposite with when you compare it to Snake with a lead, because you're forcing Snake to be aggressive, and that is what happens when you force Snake to approach and be the aggressor, especially against a character like Captain Falcon that has so many good close range options. You get up smashed and you lose your game. That's exactly what happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a little philosophical here. We're gonna start talking Smash theory. All right, what Seth did to land both those up smashes, really, really smart, okay? Seth realized that no matter what he was doing, Underdog was pressing a button. No matter what. Underdog was always going to be reverse. Underdog was always going to drop a C4. He was always going to throw something out. Seth realized that he didn't have to do anything to bait that, but that Underdog was just going to give those buttons up. He's just going to press them, right?
That's a really good observation.
And so for both of those up smash, Seth just sat there and said, you're going to press a button? All right, press a button into my up smash. And that's how both of those ended up hitting. He did it literally just by standing there.
And those are those adaptations that we talked about earlier. We saw it honestly in the very first set we did. We kind of saw the same thing, where one person was just pushing a lot of buttons, and as soon as the opponent realized, okay, I just gotta wait for them to do something and counter that, that's when the kind of match started to turn around just a little bit. But with all that being said, Underdog off to a fantastic start. I keep wanting to call him by the in-game name. I almost said it again.
It keeps being the first thing I see too, and I was like, there's no way that's his tag.
Underdog with a fantastic lead, taking that first stock, only 25% on him as well. Off to a very, very hot start.
Yeah, dude, Underdog looking like the Undertaker right now. Not letting Seth off the ledge for an entire stock, and this lead is only growing right now. Great grenade placement, and Underdog seeming to not mind pressing these buttons.
Oh, no.
Seth, no answer to this up smash at the ledge.
I feel like Underdog is just averaging like 6 buttons a second right now with the amount of grades and grenades and up smashes I'm seeing coming out from them as they up smash does get that KO, but Seth is at 99% unfortunately. So one good forward smash, maybe even a
Oh, he was looking for an air dodge there. He probably could have got a knee on the way down and would have had a great spot, but really good stuff for Underdog, being aware that, you know, don't panic air dodge.
When you're getting hit by when you're getting mixed by a combo like that, it's very easy to kind of panic air dodge or panic mash a button. But yeah, unfortunate turn of events there for Seth, as he does lose that second stock and is now 1 stock away from going down 2-1 in this set.
Something that we've seen a lot from Seth this tournament, and is probably a product of Wi-Fi, is Seth is not reacting to when he hits Nair 1. He's been hitting Nair 1 and just jabbing after it because he assumes the opponent is going to shield it and he's trying to make it more safe. There's been a couple times, specifically twice here and a couple times against Castelia, where the Nair 1 actually hit and he didn't even go for a knee because he was already buffering that jab option.
Honestly, yeah, that's true. And honestly, I think that, again, that is a product. These up smashes, oh my god. But I think that is kind of just a product of Wi-Fi, because obviously reacting to things is so much harder. Obviously, the input delay is so much higher than offline. So I think that's definitely a good observation there. And with all that being said, Seth still in quite of a hole right now. 119 at the ledge. Snake with the lead and the C4 in center stage to cover every single option. Absolutely insane coverage there.
That's one of the stinkiest things we've seen all day. My man's like 3 up smashes right up at the ledge. Seth is like, all right, let me double jump over this. He just double jumps right into a C4.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't even see the C4 there. I did not see it there.
He must have forgot that it was there.
Yeah. I don't even know when Underdog dropped it. I did not even see him drop it, if I'm being honest.
He dropped it a little while ago. That's one of the kind of funky things about Snake, right? Where if you're not paying attention all the time, because the C4 drop looks a little like the grenade pull.
Yeah, really does.
And they can be reverse both of them. You have to pay pretty good attention to which is which and where that C4 actually drops, especially when the red light stops beeping.
Mm-hmm. And if you get it right on that Pokeball at the right angle too, it makes it even harder to see as well.
And something a lot of people don't know is that Snake's C4 and grenades actually have a smaller hitbox against Snake.
Really?
Which means whenever Snake is standing beside a grenade, if he's standing at the same distance, there's a distance where he won't get hit and you will.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I actually did not know that.
Yeah, it's actually messed up, which is why which is why it seems like C4 hits you from forever away, but Snake never gets hit by it.
True. I actually did not know that. The more you know. Smash Lessons with Nurse.
Yeah.
And right now, thank you. Right now, Underdog is kind of sort of trapping Seth at the ledge with Seth, getting that center stage and just popping these up smashes, being right into some C4, more C4 right in the middle there, dodging that one.
Yeah, man.
Underdog was just dropping so many C4s.
I gotta wonder, Seth has Sephiroth as his tag. I personally haven't seen the Sephiroth all day. And, both matchups, the DDD and the Snake, are pretty solid matchups across the board for Sephiroth. So I'm surprised we're not seeing as much, but maybe I'm going to eat my words as he goes off stage for that second knee. Doesn't quite get the sweet spot.
If he got that second knee, this should have counted for 2 games. Oh my lord, that would have been fantastic. Seth kind of cooking a little bit and getting cooked right back, losing that stock. Only 67% for Underdog. Pretty good positioning for him.
Yeah, man.
Slowly, yeah. Go ahead.
You don't mind this spot as Underdog. It's definitely comebackable, and honestly, grenade trades at this point are definitely within your favor, but it's really going to come down to who takes this second stock first. I think that's going to be again, as we said before, the TSN turning point of the game.
Yup. And yeah, I feel like whoever takes this stock first will end up being the winner of the game. 30%. And so, I'm sorry, that was behind him. We talked about how broken that move is. It is broken as in it doesn't work, and it's broken as in sometimes it works a little bit too well.
It's like the buffer system, man.
Oh yeah, honestly, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Oh man, this version of Falcon is such like just an ultimate character. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Dude, he's actually a monkey.
Like, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh my goodness. Like, this Falcon is such a Smash Ultimate character. I don't know how to say it any differently than that. But
it's just everything that Smash Ultimate allows to happen. Falcon's like, yep, I can kind of do that.
Exactly what it is. Exactly what I meant. You gotta watch out for that C4 on the platform as it does explode.
Oh, just misses the air dodge the ledge.
Mm-hmm. And if you're Seth, you'll definitely take that because you're kind of getting cooked on that stock a little bit.
Yeah, Seth needs something pretty big here to get himself back into this game.
Some grenade options right there. Can't keep getting hit by grenades and another C4.
And this is such a hard spot to be in. Once you get into up tilt kill percent, like the game just becomes honestly like just like a jump scare party. Yeah, you start playing Five Nights at Freddy's where Freddy is just up tilt.
Up tilt. Get a little bit too close before you know it. That jump scare is right in your face and your stock is gone. But with all that being said, Underdog taking that set 3-1, I believe.
Yeah, I believe the
3-1. Yeah,
a little mixed up, and then that was ended up being a 3-1.
So taking that 3-1, I believe. Sensational out. I'm not sure what their placing was, but Seth was the person that we both thought in the beginning of the tournament was going to win. Was going to win. You know, if I bet money in the beginning of the tournament, I would have bet it on Sephiroth at least making it to grand finals. So the fact that they are out at 7th just shows that we have a lot of talent still in this tournament, even though, again, might be names you might not know, people you haven't heard of yet. There's a lot of talent in this tournament, like we just saw.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that we were talking about earlier is, we know who Seth is, but the point of tournaments like these is to give the spotlight to, some of those talents that we haven't seen before and some of those people that you might not know or live in smaller regions. And so, just that happened where these players that we're not totally sure who they are or we haven't heard of before, we definitely have heard of now,
Yeah, absolutely.
are giving themselves a chance to upset someone we do know and prove, I have been putting in the time. We are good players and our scene is here to stay.
Just because we don't have, our tournaments aren't on like VG boot camp doesn't mean we're not good. We're still good. We still have talent here. And you know what? I love small regions as well because I feel like the pride that they have is so much more.
Man, you actually two-framed him with that. That's nuts.
Well, that's crazy. But I feel like, the pride that a lot of these small regions and small schools have is like so much stronger than people who come from like the big regions because they know that they're underrepresented and they just need to prove it to everybody that they are in fact a good region. So I do got to give a big shout out to them as well. Again, underdog from, what school's underdog from again?
UIUC.
UIUC. I don't even know where that is, but you know what? Probably a pretty small school. so again, with all that being said, like I love seeing like people like that just come out from these small schools and showcase their talent against people who are really good, like Sephiroth.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree. It's the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Oh, there we go, Illinois.
And I cannot believe how much work that up smash did for Underdog. My man's probably set a new record for the amount of up smashes hit in one game.
Honestly, between the up smashes between both Falcon, both Underdog and Sensational, they probably tossed it out like a good 20 to 25 times each per match, if we're being honest.
Something interesting that we didn't see, but while we're talking about Snake and we're waiting for the next match to finish up, something interesting that a lot of people don't know about Snake is that if you up smash right beside someone, you can actually hit them with like the first part of the up smash while they're shielding, and the mortar will actually hit their shield.
Okay.
And it's like 0 on shield. Like it's not unsafe at all. It's like 0 on shield. It's like the most low-key good thing. Because some Snake players will do, they'll run up smash right in your face, be 0 on shield. You think you can press a button and they'll just up tilt you right in the mouth.
And that's kind of what happened on that last stock and why Seth had to kind of play very carefully around the shield. Because as soon as you're in that, 90 plus range, maybe not 90 plus, maybe like 110 plus range with a character as heavy as Falcon, as soon as you make one mistake, that up tilt comes out and it is ridiculously fast.